At Valeri's interstellar university, silence was usually a luxury. The campus floated in synchronized orbit above a green gas giant, its towers connected by translucent bridges humming with traffic and conversation. Thousands of students from across coalition space filled its halls, future diplomats, engineers, strategists, and scientists. Voices echoed in dozens of languages. Arguments sparked over theory, culture, and politics. Even the air felt busy. Except around Erin Vale. She moved through the campus like a shadow between lights. Slight of build, dark-haired, human, always dressed in plain academic attire. No visible augments. No clan markings. No academic honors displayed on her profile slate. She attended lectures, submitted assignments on time, and left without lingering. Most students didn't know her name. Those who did remembered only that she was quiet. "She never talks," one Lume student whispered during xenobiology lab.
"Human, right?"
"Probably just here on a scholarship," another replied. "Doesn't look like much." Erin heard none of it, or pretended not to. She preferred it that way. She sat near the back of auditoriums, choosing seats with clear lines of sight and multiple exits. Old habits. She memorized routines unconsciously: security drone patrols, peak traffic hours, blind spots in the station's internal sensors. She told herself it was unnecessary. She told herself she was done with that life. Valeri's was supposed to be a reset, a place where she could be no one special. Just another student studying stellar ecology, writing papers about predator-prey dynamics on distant worlds. The irony was not lost on her. The first disappearance happened 6 weeks into the term. A second-year Keth student vanished after a late study session. Campus security chalked it up to off-station travel or a clerical error. Students worried, then moved on. Disappearances happened in the wider galaxy. Then a second student vanished. Then a third. This time, panic lingered. Security increased patrols. Administrators released calming statements. The official theory blamed a trafficking ring operating near the gas giant's shadow lanes. Coalition authorities promised an investigation. Erin read every report. She didn't like what she saw. Patterns emerged that no one else noticed. Locations. Timings. The fact that every missing student had briefly accessed the same obscure research archive in the days before disappearing. Data on pre-coalition frontier worlds. On extinct species. On hunters. She closed the file and stared out at the gas giant's swirling clouds. She had seen this before. The fourth disappearance happened closer. Too close. Erin was returning from the library when she sensed it, that subtle shift in the air, the quiet wrongness of an ambush not quite set. She slowed her pace, fingers tightening around the strap of her bag. A scream echoed down a side corridor.
"Short."
Cut off. Students froze. Some ran. Others hesitated, looking toward security nodes. Erin moved. She turned down the corridor without breaking into a run. At the far end, she saw a figure dragging a struggling student toward a maintenance hatch. Tall, broad-shouldered, wrapped in adaptive cloaking that flickered under the corridor lights. Not a trafficker. A collector. The cloaked figure looked up, surprised to see her. "Go back," it growled through a modulated translator. "This does not concern you." Erin dropped her bag. The sound echoed like a starting gun. She crossed the distance in seconds, her movements fluid, economical. The collector lashed out with a shock blade. She pivoted inside its arc, letting the energy skim past her ribs, and drove her elbow into the base of its neck, where armor plates overlapped. The alien reeled. Erin didn't stop. She disarmed it with a twist that shattered bone, then slammed it into the wall hard enough to dent composite plating. The student it had been holding scrambled away, screaming for help. The collector tried to activate its cloak again. Erin crushed the device with her heel. By the time security arrived, they found her standing over an unconscious alien twice her mass, her expression calm, breathing steady. "What happened here?" an officer demanded. Erin looked at him, then down at the collector. "It won't happen again," she said quietly. The footage didn't stay buried. Campus surveillance, student recordings, corridor feeds, all of it leaked within hours. Analysts replayed the encounter again and again, slowing it down, enhancing it. Her movements were too precise, too practiced, too lethal to belong to an ordinary student. The whispers returned, louder this time. That wasn't self-defense. She dismantled it. "Who is she?" The answer arrived the next day, dragged into the light by external channels far beyond the university's control. The collector species was identified as part of the Virex Syndicate, infamous for capturing rare sentients and apex predators for private menageries. The data archive the missing students had accessed? A baited hook. Anyone curious enough to dig deep enough marked themselves as potential specimens. And Erin Vale? Her name triggered red alerts in half a dozen military databases. Former designation: Erin Vale, 7. Affiliation: Terran Deep Recon and Extermination Division. Status: retired. Presumed inactive. Erin had been many things before she was a student. Scout.
Tracker.
Exterminator. When humanity first encountered hostile megafauna and sentient predators beyond coalition capacity, they didn't rely on fleets. They relied on hunters. Small teams trained to survive alone on worlds where everything wanted them dead. Erin had been one of the best. She specialized in tracking beings that thought themselves untouchable, creatures that hunted others for sport, monsters that believed they were the apex. She ended them quietly. The Virex Syndicate had made a catastrophic mistake. They had hunted on a campus that sheltered a retired human hunter who still remembered every lesson ever carved into her bones. That night, Erin didn't wait for permission. She followed the data trail security missed. She traced ship signatures through civilian traffic. She boarded the Syndicate's hidden vessel alone while it drifted in the gas giant's radiation shadow. The hunt was short. The Syndicate members never understood how she moved through their ship without triggering alarms. They never realized they were being isolated, one by one. They died confused, terrified, unable to comprehend how prey had become predator. By dawn, the missing students were found alive in containment pods, and the Syndicate ceased to exist. The Coalition tried to summon Erin for questioning. She declined. Valeri's University suspended her enrollment temporarily, citing security concerns.
She didn't argue.
She packed her things, retrieved her bag from evidence storage, and prepared to leave quietly, as she always had. But this time, she didn't walk alone. Students lined the corridors as she passed. Some bowed. Some stared in awe. Others stepped aside instinctively, as if sensing something dangerous beneath her calm exterior. Erin paused at the edge of the transit platform and looked back at the campus one last time.
She had wanted to be ordinary.
But humans were never very good at that. Across the galaxy, the footage spread, accompanied by a single, sobering realization. The quiet girl on campus wasn't weak. She wasn't harmless. She was mercy, held in check. And when that mercy ran out, even the most feared hunters in the galaxy learned the same final truth. Humans don't announce the hunt. They simply finish it.